Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. Now today I am not in my studio, I'm right next to basically a main road because I want to make a video, and that is how to get them really nice light trails on your camera. So there's my camera. Now, how do you get light trails? Well, a light trail is a long exposure. So in other words, you have your shutter open for a certain amount of time, capturing a lot of light. Now, having a long exposure normally during the daytime is very bad because it's very bright. So you have to kind of sort it out. You have to bring your aperture all the way down to the lowest or the highest number it will go, basically. So I have mine set to a f22. Your ISO has to go as low as possible. That is normally between 50 and 200 at the lowest. For me, I have 50. On some other cameras, they can do 100, which is perfectly fine. Then you also want to set your camera to bulb mode if your camera has it. Not every single camera has a bulb mode, which is perfectly fine. In that situation, if you haven't got a remote or a bulb mode, what you can do is set it to 30-second exposure, and that will get the light trails that you want. Now, 30 seconds isn't always long enough, so sometimes you do need a remote shutter just to get in that extra little bit of light that you can do. Now, luckily, I'm quite well lit here, so because there's a lot of street lights out today, and there are quite a bit of cars, you know, the headlights and tail lights and stuff like that. So I am actually quite lucky. So let's go to my camera and I'll show you what settings I've got. So this is just for my framing. I've got it in full auto there, just so I can frame up the shot so I don't have to keep looking through the little viewfinder here. And then I will close. Let's go with, we'll have it facing just there. So that's what it can see, roughly. It's just, there we go. So that's what my camera can see right now, just there. And there, obviously. Ooh, there's a load of noise in that one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change my mode dial all the way around until I get to manual mode. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for 30 seconds because I haven't got my remote with me, stupidly. And then I'm going to try and focus this camera. Come on, there we go. Set it to f22, which is this dial over here on the right. And then I'm going to change my shutter speed to F. Then I'm going to change my ISO to, and we'll keep it at 200, just to shoot in RAW. And I'm going to set a timer. It's because I'm not shooting with I'm shooting with a very crappy tripod. So I am going to set a timer. So I'm going to go driver, 2-second timer. Yes, I want to shoot RAW, and then set that off, just like that. And then in 30 seconds time, that will develop an image like this. So the three things that you need to get good light trails are a good tripod, the best quality one that you can buy, a remote shutter, and of course your camera. And in that time scale of me talking, my photo has finished. So now I can turn it around and show you exactly what I see. Now, I could get longer if I had a remote and use my bulb mode, but I didn't bring my remote with me, so I can't. I can use bulb mode without a remote control, but I really wouldn't advise it, purely because we need as little shake as possible. And your hands aren't 100%, so I would really strongly advise, if you're going to use bulb mode, to use a remote. You can usually pick them up for about £15 to £20 on Amazon, unless you're buying the actual branded one, then you will probably pay a hell of a lot more. So anyway guys, thanks for joining me in this video. Sorry this one was really short. I hope to see you in the next one.